Hey guys, today I'm going to cook a 8-pound pork butt roast in the slow cooker. So let's get crocking. I bought this 8.3 pound pork butt. It says it was previously frozen. I don't think I've ever tried to cook a piece of meat this big in my crock pot. It's a 6-quart crock pot I'm going to cook it in. So let me get this out of the package and season it up and we'll get it going. I'm going to keep this real simple. I'm just going to season this up with some Traeger pork and poultry rub, apple honey. So it's got the fat on top, fat cap on top. So basically I'm just going to season the meat part. I'm not going to worry about the fat part too much. Just get this seasoned all around, get the meat seasoned up good, and we'll get it into the slow cooker. I'm just going to put it in dry slow cooker. I'm not going to add any liquid. Now we'll see if this fits in my slow cooker. Alright. Okay, it fits right in there. I put the fat side down and the meat side up. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but it's how I'm doing it. So we'll see what happens. I'll get the lid on there. And I'm going to cook this on low and we'll see how long it takes. It has been 7.5 hours, so let's check in on this. What I decided to do, what I ended up doing was cooking it on high for the first 2.5 hours just to get, you know, the pot hotter faster so I could get the video done. And then I turned it down to low, so it's been cooking on low the last 5 hours. So the first 2.5 hours was on high and it's been on low for the last 5. So normally I would just start out on low and just cook the whole thing on low, but that helps if you want to speed things along. So what I want to do is check the internal temperature here. Now this pot has a hole in it that you can stick a thermometer through. So the internal temperature is 195 right there. So it's probably getting close to being, you know, pull apart tender. Usually it has to get to about 200, 205, I think, but we're getting there. Now the reason there's a hole there, this pot comes with this thermometer that came with the pot where you can stick the probe right through there into your roast, and this plugs into the pot and it'll tell you the temperature of the roast while it's cooking. But since I'm going to just cook it till it's fall apart tender anyway, I wasn't really too concerned about that. That's more if you want to cook something to a specific temperature and then get it out of there. So like if you're cooking a, you know, like you want it rare in the middle, something like that. So, and you can see how much liquid's in there. It's filled up almost, you know, like there's maybe an inch or two down from the bottom of the pot with liquid there. So that's how much liquid it made. I didn't add any liquid at all to the pot at all. So I think I'll let it cook just a little bit longer and then we'll let it cool off and try it out. It's been 8.5 hours. If I had to cook this on low the whole time, it probably would have taken about 10.5 hours to get to this point. Let's take a look. It looks good. I'm going to stick a thermometer in it and see what the temperature is here. It's 204. That's about what it should be to pull apart. They say usually about 200 to 205 right in there. So it feels pretty tender when you stick the thermometer down in there. So I think we're good. I'm going to brush on some BBQ sauce just to give it a little bit more color for the video. I'm going to see if I can get this out of the pot and onto a plate without making a mess or burning myself here. Whoa. Well, I got most of it. So here's how it looks. This is what fell in the pot. This bone just pulls right out of there. We'll get that out of the way. And you can see this meat, look at that, just falls right apart. That's totally tender, pulls right apart. So it's definitely tender. So that took 10.5 hours, but if you did it on low the whole time, probably would take 10 or 11, but that's how tender it'll get. Looks real nice. Let's try a little bit of it here, see how it is. That's good. Tender, juicy, good flavor. Real good. Alright, we'll see what Annie thinks. Honey's over here trying to wrestle her for it, I guess. We got a little competition here. Here you go, Annie. Guess Sandy approved. I don't know if the cat likes pork or not. I wonder if she'll try a bite. Want some, kitty? You better get it before Annie does, though. Nope. Not fast enough. Remember, I didn't add any liquid to the pot. It made that all on its own just from cooking. So, 8-pound pork roast, 6-quart crock pot. And cooking time's probably 10 or 11 hours on low. Maybe slightly faster depending on your piece of meat, but I'd allow for 10 or 11 hours if you do it on low. So that's an easy way to make pulled pork. Just put it in the pot and let it cook on low all day. Or actually overnight. I've done it that way too. You can let it cook overnight if you want to. Anyway, I'll write everything in the description like usual. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.